Let's go.
Wednesday afternoon.
Look at that.
It's just not having it today. It's not having it. Sorry, guys. Right. So, welcome to the football referee with myself, Emmy Hikins, and he calls me bruv.
And myself, Trevor Gear, and he calls me Cuz.
And my humble self, Femi Madariola, and he calls me Femo.
Right. So there's been a lot of drama in the football world. There's the Ballon d'Or. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Ballon d'Or. So there's a bit of a good news with it, but there's a bit of a drama with it. So Rodri of Manchester City won it. So it was Rodri that won it. So I think it's his third time is coming to the Premier League. I think Cristiano Ronaldo brought it once, and is it Michael Owen, if I'm correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we've got Rodri now bringing it back to the Premier League. But the whole of the Real Madrid team did a boycott of the ceremony, according to sources. Now, it was supposed to be. I think they were expecting one of their players called
Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, Vinicius Junior to win it. But he, it didn't. Well, I don't know what happened, but it was then Rodri that won it. So, any thoughts on that? I'll start with Femo.
Now, what I want to know is, what are the criterias being looked at before you say, all right, he should win it? There must be a box that's been ticked anyway. If you have 10 players, there must be a box you tick, and whoever player that has the highest number of ticks should win it. So I don't know what the criteria is.
Right.
So I cannot say this is what they've done. Have they done something wrong? But in my honest opinion,
yeah.
All right, you go. There could be a case for it. I would have said at a point in time, Kante should have won it because he won the World Cup, he won the Premier League, and probably did well in some football matches. But why I'll say there's a case for it is somebody might have done better than him that year.
Right.
Because I usually think the criteria being used to say, okay, Ballon d'Or footballer is based on 1, you winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
2, probably you winning the league in your domestic football league.
Yeah.
And also winning the World Cup.
All right.
Those 3 criteria. If those 3 criteria are not there, then there must be other criteria they're using. Because if you look at Rodri, the only thing, or say 2 things Rodri won last year was the European Cup,
right,
and the league in England.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Right.
Or okay, they won is it the treble they won last year, last season? No, they didn't win the treble. They won double, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, double, which was the
Manchester United won the other one.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at Vinicius Junior, he won the league in La Liga.
Right.
I don't know if he won any other thing. Or is he also based on the number of time they've won the man of the match? I don't know what criteria they use. So I can't really say they've done wrong or they've done. But to me, I still think Vinicius Junior should have won it.
Right. Okay. We'll come back to the criteria in a bit. Let's just hear from our cuz.
Femi and the ladies, Dr. Gladys and Phantom, and
Rose, we all have a lovely show every weekday, so join us for a lovely show.
Say hello to Phantom. Dogs are glad.
I can't really say they've done wrong or they've done, but to me, I still think Vinicius Junior should have won it.
Right. Okay. We'll come back to the criteria in a bit. Let's just hear from our cuz.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Femi says, I don't know the criteria that are used to make the judgment, but it just seems to me, when I read that Real Madrid had boycotted it, it seemed very boorish. It's totally unnecessary. I mean, it's a competition, and one has to assume that whatever the reasons it's awarded to one person above another,
right,
that the judges or the judge, I guess it's judges in reality, would have fulfilled that. And if they made that decision that Rodri was the best player, and let's face it, we know from seeing him last season at Manchester City that he was majestic, and many say that without him they wouldn't have been quite the team that they actually are. I mean, ironically, he's out, I think, for much of this season with his ACL injury, I think it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have thought he was a worthy winner. He was up there, you know, the odds were in his favour, I think. So yeah, I think it's poor losing. They're poor losers. You go along with good grace and say, well, we thought our man should have won, but well done to the winner. Otherwise, it becomes like a spoiled brat situation where, oh, we didn't win, let's not go, sort of thing. So yeah, I don't think Real Madrid did the right thing there.
Right. All right. So let's just quickly look at the criteria. So the criteria, just in relation to Rodri winning it, what they looked at, according to NDTV Sports, what they've looked at is the players' decisive contributions and character in top games take precedent, while team performances, achievements, class, and fair play come next into consideration. So there was 3 bullet points there. The first bullet point is individual performances, decisive and impressive character, and then advertisement. And then on bullet point 2, it says team performances and achievements. And then on the last bullet point, which is bullet point 3, it says class and fair play. So those were the criteria that was looked at. Now,
can you expatiate on that class?
Right. It just says class and fair play. So these are bullet points that they've used. We'll come back to look at it in a bit, but Vinicius Junior thinks or hinted that it might have been because he was an active sort of like an active what's that word I'm looking for?
Active critic.
Yeah, active critic of racism in football. He said
that was what I've not got, but that was what went straight to my head.
Yeah, so that's what he's hinting at. But I watched, bruv, if you remember, we talked about him last week, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yeah. And I said I was really impressed with his game, where he scored a hat-trick against Borussia Dortmund. Now immediately after that, they lost 4-0 to Barcelona. And it was a really, really poor performance from Real Madrid. It was not like the Real Madrid that we know, to be beaten 4-0. And I think that sort of had a sort of like a negative impact on on
What do you not think? Sorry, now, do you
Yeah,
not think that they already knew that he was not going to win it, and that's affected his team psychologically? That's why they lost to Barcelona.
Oh, well, I don't think so, and I'll tell you why. Because he had organized a party for Monday night, right? To celebrate
Monday night when? Monday night preceding the.
Monday night immediately after the award.
All right. Okay. So that's ruled out my suggestion out there.
So it organized the party, invited some of his friends from Brazil to come, and but one thing
You're
that
counting your eggs before they are hatched.
I think it was a done deal, but there was something else that I actually found a bit foulish of the event, the award organizers. It was the fact that it was leaked, because how could he have known that he wasn't going to be getting the award to then boycott it?
Yeah, I was gonna come to that.
So how did it get leaked, and was it done on purpose, or was it intentional? Just to let him know. So
Femi and the ladies, Dr. Gladys and Phantom and Rose. We all have a lovely show every weekday. So join us for a lovely show.
Say hello to Phantom.